Yo, like I always say, if you're not down with the bullshit and you're down with the real shit, like and subscribe. Yo, man, apparently, Uncle Murder was on Drink Champs and said that he didn't like the commentary from known producer Pharrell, stating that if dudes were around him and did dirt and he knows about it, he's snitching for real off top. So keep that dirt away from him. And he said in this time and era, Uncle Murder said that, with the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine thing, he said he was really mad at Pharrell for making that statement because he said that, you got dudes around here making it seem like snitching is cool. But let's be real, right? It was once said that, like with rappers, I've heard it be said before. Why wouldn't this goes back when rappers started really? There was an influx of rappers starting to just come into Hollywood and start acting in movies, and how like some professional actors who went to acting school and acted all their lives, saying why are they giving all these roles to these rappers? Like rappers can't act. And somebody said, why would anybody think rappers can't act? All they do is like tell stories and portray characters in their rhymes. All that stuff they're saying is not real. They're not doing all that stuff that they say or claim to be doing. But they're able to depict, the hood life based upon what they've seen, because they had a front row seat, and they're just, and then give them credit because they have to be creative in their writing, to actually capture the audience attention and stuff. This more so pertains to when MCs had to be talented, So we talking about 90s and the era and before. The thing about it is, I always thought like, don't everybody know that? A lot of these guys, you hear some of the guys that would say they were selling dope and they were flipping keys. So you're selling 4, 5, 6 keys a week. And so you're, making like close to $200,000 a week, and, making like close to like $1 million a month. But you chose to stop dealing drugs and take some kind of bullshit record deal where you wind up owing the record company money regardless if you go platinum or not. So you're making more money as a drug dealer where you could have invested into things, started your own business. You could have started your own record label, for one. Let's start there. You could have started your own record label, put out your own records. If you got all that money, you don't even need investors. So a lot of the stuff that people doing today, being independent, all you guys that swear to God you were making that much money could have been did that. But you wanted, instead of you being a boss, you wanted a boss over you. And you wanted less money. That doesn't make any sense, right? A lot of these guys, claim that they were just basically dudes, just like corner dudes, man, selling rocks. That's all they were. They were not up in the penthouse, whipping it up, and having the girls all in there, naked and, whipping it up for that. No, man. Not that stuff you see in the movies or whatever, where they try to act like they doing stuff like Colombians, and they trying to do stuff like the mafia, and they trying to do, it's like, all that is that a lot of guys idolize dudes who did things like that, the real guys that you've seen in the news and everything, or they got caught up in, a movie, the romanticism of the character, the main character that was this top gangster, and how it's like you have to think, if you give a person, imagine if you give a child 4, 5, 6 years old, here's $50,000. What you gonna do with it? What you wanna buy? What's gonna come to their mind? Like, I want all the candy in the world, all the popcorn, all the soda, all the tennis shoes, all the comic books, all the baseball cards. I want all the, and just buying on stuff. Well, if your mindset is, trying to be a gangster and, wanting to look like a gangster and everything like that, like, somebody say, well, yo, I'm gonna give you a platform where you can, act like you're a gangster and, and walk around and, really like live the image, not really do it for real, but do it, but live the image, make people think it's real, here's $300,000. And the guy immediately takes the money and goes out and buy all kind of big, fat rope chains and everything, and big ass cluster rings, and then he go hollering at all kind of like females that look hella good because he got the money now, so now he got the confidence. And he's like, man, not that he's doing it for real, but this is a close, that he can get without really worried about nothing, because why? He's pretending he's acting. So I'm saying there's a lot of fake ass dudes in the game as it pertains to that, trying to be some kind of real gangster and all that stuff. I'm certified. Everybody remember? Oh man, I mean, just like you really clowning yourself. I'm not saying that there hasn't been some dudes in the game that have done dirt, before they became, in the industry, rapper or MC or, anything like that. There's guys that done dirt, yeah. There's guys that been on the street and have done some things, yeah. But, they obliviated. So that means that still pertains to being fake. So you got a bunch of popular fake ass dudes that have a following. I mean, shit. Tekashi 6ix9ine did what he did. We know the other people that have been accused of being snitches. Snoop Dogg has been accused of being a snitch. T.I. has been accused of being a snitch. Some people even believe that all the shit that Suge talks and says, he possibly has snitched his damn self, There's been other guys I know that have been alleged to have been some kind of, industry plant informant. With all that being said and all that being talked about or alleged, I mean, you just think about it. It's like all these dudes are not real, but people still follow them. Youngsters still look up to these guys. So the whole thing about like the whole snitch culture being some new phenomenon, I mean, those principles have been going for a long time, man. I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, you hear people talk about something that's been going on for the last 30, 40 years, and people talk about, damn, what's wrong with people? What do you mean what's wrong with people? And the shit they're complaining about is stuff that people been doing. So you got to go way back, like in the artifacts, to try to find the true, real, people who really held it down. You got to go back to them Bonnie and Clyde and, John Dillinger days and things of that stuff. Like, you know, after, you know, and so, and you know, there's always been betrayal and treason and stuff throughout history anyway, with famous historical figures. So I mean, looking at it now, acting like, oh man, people acting like now snitch is cool, and then it's like, what is that really all, you know, circle around anyway? It's like, let's have a culture where if anybody does something, let's say you get caught up for something that you didn't do, and you know I did it, or you know who did it. We got a culture that says, okay, you go to jail and you do whatever time it is, even though you didn't do it. Because if you do that, then you'll be looked at as a real one. You know, you get respect. Now, you'll be in jail, and it's going to be other dudes banging your wife, and, you know, your daughter going to grow up, and it's going to be some older dude, probably like, you know, molesting her or something like that, and, you know, all these things are going to happen. Your son, you won't be around to give him guidance, so he might turn gay, or you know, he might become a junkie or something like that, you know. But so what? The hell with what might happen to your family. The hell with, you know, your lineage, your livelihood, and the legacy you want to leave behind. Be down for us, the guys on the block. The guys that don't have your back, the guys that ain't going to put any damn money on your books, the guys that ain't going to come visit you, the guys that ain't going to take care of your family while you're locked up. Be down for us, and then you'll be a real man. What the? I mean, they say, what's the saying? You can fool most of the people, most of the time, some of the people, some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all the time. See, at some point, youngsters start waking up and they start saying, wait a minute, what the fuck is this bullshit code we following? All we got is people getting shot up, killed, going to prison, gone, and you got somebody controlling the situation. We all supposed to fucking, you know, take whatever comes at us to protect the top dog. But the top dog, nothing happens to him. So in a sense, like, you know, but we out here doing things based upon what he's saying. He's the one making all this stuff go. And he ain't trying to do nothing. As soon as you get popped, guys stand away from you. Or if they do, it's just to talk to you and see where your mind at and make sure you don't snitch. Now, other than that, now, you know, we're gonna leave you in this jailhouse. You know, we ain't, I just, you know, can't talk to you, you know what I'm saying, just one time. I ain't coming back. You know, what's up, man? Hey, man, what's up with my commissary? What up? Oh, well, man, you know, I talked to the boss about that, man, and see what's up with that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, yeah, man, serious, man, because shit, man, if I'm about to do all this time, man, shit, I need to be held down, man. Hey, man, I got kids, man. I need somebody to shoot some money over there to my baby mama, man. You know, like I said, man, I could go over there and see what the boss say about that. I don't know what's up with that, man. That's on him, man. All right, then, man. But yeah, man, just stay down, folks. You know what I'm saying? As long as you stay down, everything all good. All right, then. Like, what? See, some people ain't biting on that shit. Like young people, like that's all it is. Sometimes, man, bullshit outgrows itself. You know what I'm saying? Why it's good and it lasts, it's all good. And just like in the hood, you know, the whole, there's supposed to be a no snitching policy just pertaining to the people who live in the hood, you know, because, you know, you don't go tell the police, you don't that's snitching. Hold on, but I ain't in the gang, motherfucker. And if one of y'all down the street, somebody I know y'all the ones that broke into my car or broke into my house and trying to steal from me, I'm supposed to they want you to handle it on a street level. Oh, if you got a problem, go get your gat. Oh, so I'm supposed to now play your game and possibly put my ass in prison and shit, like along with the likes of you. But I might have went to college and I got a 9 to 5, but that's what the fuck I'm supposed to do according to hood rules. I ain't supposed to call the police on you because now I'm snitching. So now if I tell the police on somebody that tried to rob me, I'm not in the gang now. I don't belong to y'all gang. I don't belong to another gang. I'm supposed to be a civilian, right? Still, that's snitching. Like, and then somebody from your crew gonna come see me. Like, all that shit is just to. So the whole snitching policy is just to protect the wrong of others and shit. That's if you look at the base of it, the no snitching policy is to protect the wrong of others, where you might become directly affected in a negative way. Your livelihood could be taken away from you. Or who knows what else, because you have to cover for them so that the same thing doesn't happen to them. Rightfully so, because they're the ones who actually committed the crime or did what. The whole thing about it is everybody ain't stupid. I know there's been a lot of stupid people in our society, in our world, throughout history. But like I said, bullshit has an expiration date. Everybody ain't gonna keep believing your lies, man, forever. So for a lot of guys that was able to, I guess, survive based upon that cardinal rule of the streets, I think you better find a new hobby or new situation, new job, new hustle. I don't know. But if things are changing, people thinking snitching is cool, well, you gotta play the percentages and shit, man. Like, it's like, how good is it to be a gangster? Now, peace.